Alright, welcome back to Corpse Party Book of Shadows. Today we are going to play Chapter 6, Mire. This chapter focuses on Yuka. Specifically, Yuka when she's captured by Kizami. And we all know when that happens, she's pretty much doomed. So, let's see how it plays out. The first thing I saw when I opened my eyes was the ceiling of a dark, gloomy room with flickering, uncovered light bulbs. The random bursts of light they shone were so dim that they only just barely lit up the wood grain on the ceiling enough to see patterns in it. The back of my head hurt in the same way it would if someone had just pulled my hair really hard. I couldn't do anything about it, though, so I just frowned and waited for it to subside. I wondered if I'd hit my head somewhere. I suddenly realized that my feet weren't touching the ground, and there was a cold sensation all along my back. I must have been lying down on a hard surface. I tried to move, but both my arms and both my legs had gone to sleep, and they wouldn't budge. I just have to keep lying here until they woke up. I gave up on moving and instead just stared up at the gloomy ceiling again. I knew it wasn't actually a person, but it really did look like one, and he was glaring down at me with a hateful expression. It was creepy. Oh, that was it. It looked like the Scream, that monk painting we studied in class. Except this face was screaming in anger. He hated me. If only Big Brother were here with me. He'd just pat my head and laugh and tell me how silly I was being. I was still a little disoriented, but I turned and twisted my head as best as I could manage to see if I could find him anywhere nearby. Why was I sleeping in a place like this anyway? And why wasn't Big Brother at my side, like he always was? Why were we in this school to begin with? Maybe the charm failed and this was our punishment. Maybe I was the one who messed it up. I probably shouldn't even have been there. And if I hadn't asked him to help me to try to find a bathroom, we wouldn't be separated right now. I should have just held his hand and not let go. I could have lasted a little longer without peeing. Then we'd still be together.
としたら首を吊っている人がたくさん。それで驚いて廊下に出てへたり込んじゃって、その後は誰かと話したんだ。確か妹さんとはぐれちゃった人に会ったんだ。一緒にお兄ちゃんを探してくれるって名前は、そう、Kizami優也さん。
I then realized that I couldn't see my arms. Where were they? Why weren't they at my sides? They were still numb too, so I couldn't feel where they were either. But I tried my best to move them anyway. I thought maybe the reason I couldn't feel my arms or legs and couldn't move is because I was tied up really tight and it was cutting off my circulation. With some effort, I was finally able to move my fingertips. I started feeling everything I could, grateful even for this little bit of reassurance. The rope around my wrists had been tied up tight and looped many times over, and with the circulation trickling back into my hands, it was really painful. I was so scared, it felt like I'd forgotten how to breathe. The footsteps were echoing from out in the hallway. They stopped right in front of this room. I wriggled in place and screamed as loud as I could. I didn't even care about the old, splintery rope cutting into my wrists and ankles anymore. He was looking at me with a caring, sympathetic smile on his face. He seemed to be really concerned about me.
わからないのかもしれないね。大丈夫。これからお兄ちゃんが教えてあげるよ。僕たち兄弟はこれから分かり合うんだ。
His eyes looked like they were staring far off into the distance, like he was in a trance.
怖いよ、お兄ちゃん。
Why was he doing this? Why did he tie me up? And why did he look so happy about it? I didn't get any of it. Every hair on my body was standing on end. I was terrified.
もう逃げられないの。
The corners of my eyes were on fire. I couldn't stop myself from crying. Tears were flowing down my face like a waterfall. Kizami smiled, then reached out and touched my cheek. His hand was ice cold. It was like there was no blood flowing through it at all, like the hand of a dead person.
君が目覚めてくれるのずっと待っていたんだ。
さあ、僕に魂の輝きを見せてくれ。君のすべてをかけていい声で泣いてくれるよね。
He slowly and hesitantly took his hand off my cheek, then began walking around me, toward my feet. Then he gently grabbed my skirt with one hand and drew a knife from his breast pocket with the other.
It's show time!
そう、それだよ。僕が求めていたのはその声、その顔だ。恐怖と絶望が頂点に達したとき、魂は最高の輝きを放つ。それをもっと見たい。それを僕に向けてくれ。ゆかちゃん、ゆかちゃんならもっと輝けるはずなんだ。大丈夫。お兄ちゃんが手伝ってあげるよ。鮮血にまみれ、痛みにもがき、苦しむ姿は今よりもっと綺麗に違いない。
どうしたんだい、ユカ。休んじゃダメだよ。まだまだこれからなんだからね。
さあ、お兄ちゃんって呼んでごらん。
お兄ちゃん、お兄ちゃん、助けに来て。
何を言っているんだい、ユカ。お兄ちゃんはほら、君の目の前にいるじゃないか。
違う。ゆかのお兄ちゃん。
The panic and fear just kept getting more overpowering. I think I was hyperventilating. But Kizami showed no mercy. Instead, he reached out and grabbed my neck.
本当に生きているウサギはうるさい
息ができない。
なんて細い首なんだ。しなやかで柔らかい。君の頸動脈の太さと頸椎の形がよくわかる。なんて戦場的な作りをしているんだ、君の数字は。苦しいかい？苦しいよね。ユカが悪いんだよ。僕以外のお兄ちゃんはここにはいないはずなのに。
With that, he let go of my neck, but then hastily pulled the knife in his hands right up to my face. He made sure I could see every inch of it clearly and just held it there, slowly turning it for what felt like an eternity.
ちゃんと見えてるかな、ユカ。
The knife was stained with red splattered marks. No, not even red, just dark. It wasn't a color I knew well, but there was only one thing it could have been.
ああ、これかい？心配しなくてもいいよ。少し黒崎で汚れているけど、まだよく切れるから。
I was shivering so hard I could feel my teeth vibrating. A chill ran through every part of me, as if I were so afraid that it had actually lowered my body temperature. The chattering coming from inside my mouth was getting louder and louder, to such an extent that even I was getting distracted by it.
いい顔だ。僕の妹はいい仕事をする。少し布が邪魔だな。
Kizami suddenly tore my uniform, exposing my stomach.
だ、この水風船のようなお腹はたっぷり内臓が詰まっているじゃないか。
He laid the knife blade flat across my belly button, and the sudden sensation of cold metal against my skin sent even more shivers up and down my spine.
痛かったら声を上げていいからね。恥ずかしいことじゃないんだよ。
もう終わりかい？どうしたんだい、ユカ。まさかこれで終わりじゃないだろう。せっかく欲しかった妹が手に入ったのに。
My throat was completely dry. I actually wanted to cry for help, but the walls of my air pipes were sticking together. Breathing was hard enough.
返事は、ユカ。
Fear had taken over. I couldn't hold myself back. I knew it wouldn't go over well, and I knew it would hurt, but I forced myself to cry out.
謝りなさい、ユカ。違うだろう。お兄ちゃんごめんなさいだ。もっと心を込めて。僕がお兄ちゃんじゃない。このなんだ今の気のせいか。おもらしするほどに僕が嫌いなのか。興味深いな。そんな格好になってまで兄貴を呼ぶのか。なんて哀れな。僕の可愛い妹だ。今気持ちよくさせてあげるよ。もうそんな哀れな姿で泣かなくていい。哀れ。今俺はこの子を見て哀れと言ったか。なぜ哀れと思った。何なんだこの気分は。かわいそう。俺にもそんな感情が。俺にもまだそんな感情が生まれる未来が残されているというのか。他の奴らとは違う。この俺にも。
ですからあの子がそんなことするはずがありません。残念ですが本人優也君は相手の子を傷つけようと思ってハサミを持ったと言うんです。ちょっとやったとおっしゃるんですか。私たちが駆けつけた時、彼は血だらけになった自分の手を見て笑っていました。とにかくこちらではもう対応しかねます。お引き取りください。待ってください。
なんだ、あいつの目潰れなかったのか。
俺は幼い頃から命に思いやりを持ったり他人の心を感じたりする方法がわからなかった。次第に親たちは あくまでも見るような目で俺を疎んじるようになり、兄と姉ばかりに愛情を注ぎ始めた。成績優秀で人格者の兄と姉ばかり。さすが周りが揃って認める人格者は違うと思ったよ。親でさえ諦めた俺も兄と姉だけは接し続けていたんだ。特に兄貴はその吐き気がするほどの優等生ぶりを振りかざし、熱心に俺をいい弟にしようとした。あいつは兄の立場を利用して俺に命令し、俺にしつこくつきまとった。そうだ、小学生の頃俺は一度だけ本気で兄にぶつかったことがあったんだ。
なんてことしてるんだ。ヒューヤ、何を燃やしたんだ。
何って動物だよ。ああ、匂うから怒ってんのか。しょうがないじゃん。今殺したばかりでまだ血が残って。何すんだよ、バカに。
I honestly had no idea why he'd struck me, but this was the first time I'd ever been on the receiving end of violence, and I was pissed. I tried to jump him, but he was just too big. I didn't stand a chance.
どうして命を大切にしない。どうしてこんなことを。殺すなんて。なぜこんなことするんだ、ユウヤ。
うるせえ、俺が拾ってきたんだ。切り殺そうが何しようが俺の勝手だろ。
I couldn't believe the asshole actually threw a punch at me. I was determined to hit him back. I wasn't going to give up until I succeeded. Unfortunately, his size really was an insurmountable obstacle for me. My attempt to fight back was cut short by another, much harder blow to the same cheek.
黙れ。
That was twice now. I was so going to make him pay. I swore I'd injure him. My punch was going to connect. If I couldn't hit him in the head, any other part of his body would do just as well.
先に生まれただけで偉そうにしやがって。俺がもっとでかければ。
そういう問題じゃないだろう。成長しろ、ユウヤ。本当に頭の悪い男でなければいずれ理解できるはずだ。今ある体格差や年の差はすぐに何の意味もなくなる。大事なのは心の成長なんだ。他人の痛みが分かる人間になってくれ。
I could have sworn I saw tears welling up in his eyes. The hell was that about? He just beat me up, and here he was looking sad?
俺は兄貴とは違う。
違わない。お前は俺の弟だ。ずっとお前は俺の弟だ。それは一生変わらない。
I can still remember what a disgustingly sentimental look he was giving me when he said that.
死ねよ、死ね死ね死ね。兄貴なんか殺してやる。何すんだよ。
ユウヤ、やめなさい。
話せ話せよ。待てよ、バカに。
いいか、大事なのは心の成長だ。胸に刻み込んでおけ。
偽善者が。思いっきりぶん殴りやがって。
ユウヤ、大丈夫？頭打たなかった？
ほっとけよ。
今はまだわからなくても きっとあんたが大人になれば理解できるから。
俺のことを理解できないのは姉貴たちの方だ。なんで俺が一番下なんだよ。下の兄弟が欲しい。俺ならもっと理解して絶対に可愛がってやるのに。
兄さんも私もあんたが大好きよ。私たちは分かってるから、あんたが本当は優しい子だってこと。この子のお墓作ってあげようね、ゆうや。
そんなんゴミ箱に捨てりゃいいだろ。
ゆうや、あんたこのままじゃ一生一人ぼっちになっちゃうよ。
My sister grabbed me by both of my shoulders and looked me right in the eyes when she said this. But I didn't care about a word she was saying. I just pushed her away.
俺のことが好きだから、俺のことを分かったふりをするな、この嘘つき女。
ゆうや、嘘って。
俺は誰も信じない。誰にも負けない。俺に嘘をつくやつは許さない。
絶対だ。そうだった。この頃から人間の本当の気持ちを、そう、正直な反応を見るにはどうすべきか考えるようになったのだ。周りの連中を理解できない俺のことを理解してくれる者などいない。処世術を得た俺は目立たず毎日を過ごすため、常にそういう自分を演じるようになっていた。つまらない話に興味を持ったかのように笑い、同情したふりを装い、傷ついた顔を作ってやった。偽りの仮面に気づかず笑顔で言い寄ってくるクラスメイトたち。奴らは全部嘘っぱちだ。本質も見えていないくせに上辺だけで人を分かったようなふりをする。俺の簡単な演技に騙される。頭の軽くて愚かな蔑視すべき存在。兄貴たちと同じだ。俺に嘘をつく許されざる存在だから試したいと思っていたんだ。他人を本当に理解することができる方、俺を理解させる方。気づかなかったの？俺はずっとお前らを殺したいと思ってたって。死に際に立つ人間は正直だ。動物どもと同じ。みんな正面からこちらに向き合って本物の会話をしてくれた。一部を除いては。いい返事。それでいいんだ。もっと見せてみろよ、お前の裸の感情を。そうだ。
お前のためなんかに。
悲鳴も命乞いも噛み殺して絶命した奴がいたんだった。なんだそりゃ、抵抗のつもりか？この時のなんと満たされなかったことか。幸せ。この空間に来て俺でも少しは変われるのかと期待も少しはあった。だが 人を殺めた後ですら俺に人間らしい感情は湧かなかった。
優也、命は平等なんだ。ちゃんと覚えておけよ。
命は平等。ああ、確かに平等だったさ。殺す時は同じだったよ。人間も動物も虫けらも。でもまあ、殺す感触は同じでも、さすがに人を殺めてしまった罪はもう引き返せないか。後悔はなかった。がもう自分には欲しい未来すら浮かばなかった。あんた、今のは今俺は誰かを哀れんで。
お腹パンパン。
そう、この感覚だ。この俺が相手を哀れんでいる。そんなに震えて大丈夫かい？
おトイレに。
なんでここまで我慢を？
さっきお兄ちゃんとはぐれちゃって。
そのはぐれたお兄ちゃんに言わなかったのかい？おトイレに行きたいって。
だってずっとおトイレはどこも使えなくて、あとはおトイレ以外のところでしたって。お兄ちゃんに思われたくなかったから。
献身的な妹。そうだ、これだ。自分より弱い存在守ってあげなきゃ。これだよ、これだ。俺が欲しかったのは。
どうかしたんですか、キザミさん。
俺が哀れと感じたこのことならまだ未来はあるんじゃないか。そうだ、哀れむ感情があるならまだ罪を許される要素があるはずだ。この子と暮らせれば。そうするか、俺と暮らすか。
私やっぱり一人でお兄ちゃん探します。
一人で？どうして？ようやく見つけたのに。どうしてこいつも俺から離れていくんだ。ラビットラン！ダメだ、一緒に行こう。ほら、兄さんの言うことを聞かないからだ。
I'd been screaming and crying so much that my throat was now bone dry. I couldn't manage any more than a whimper. My throat was actually in a lot of pain. It burned like someone had cut it wide open. Kizami had raised the knife as if he were about to kill me, but for some reason he just froze like that. And all I could do was lie there, struggling to breathe. Aside from his heavy panting, I could only hear the sound of my own chattering teeth. I breathed in as deeply as I could, then mustered every last bit of strength I had. I wanted to call out with all my might. I wanted to call for help. No good. The sentiment was there, but the words couldn't possibly have been heard by anyone else, except the person I didn't want to hear them. My strained scream seemed to snap Kizami out of his trance. He brought the tip of his knife down onto my cheek, but didn't break the skin. He was looking down at me with blank, empty eyes. It was like he'd just woken up from a really long dream. I was absolutely certain about that. He may not have found me yet, but I knew he was looking. He was worried and looking all over for me. It was only a matter of time. Big Brother is my prince after all, and the prince always comes to rescue his princess. My struggle to get out of the words came to an abrupt end as Kizami's hand pressed down hard on my face, covering my nose and mouth and suffocating me. For all the pain and fear I was feeling, I knew I had a chance to fight back, so I opened my mouth and I bit down hard on his palm. I must have bitten even harder than I thought. I could taste his blood. It was warm and minerally and slid down my parched throat, easing a little bit of the pain and dryness. I just kept shouting. I didn't care if these were the last words I ever said. I had no regrets. I just wanted to cry out.
え来ねえ来ねえ、兄貴なんか来ねえ。
It all happened in an instant. Kizami just grabbed his head in both hands and let out a cry of pain that didn't even sound human.
なんだこれは。何なんだよこの声は。俺は妹が欲しかったのか。俺は妹が欲しかった。欲しかったんだ。俺より弱い存在。そうだ、俺を必要とする存在。妹という存在を本当に欲していたのか。そうだ、妹がいれば俺は変われた。痛い、頭が。
He grabbed his head again and began stumbling around. He looked like he was in real pain. There were even tears in his eyes.
くそくそくそ、何を気づかせたい。今さら俺に理由などいらない。ここに来てからの俺は俺だけのために全てを踏みつけてきた。それは誇りですらある。
大丈夫ですか？頭痛いの。ユカのポケットに頭痛のお薬が入ってます。出して飲んでいいです。
He fell to his knees and just stayed like that, not moving, maybe not even breathing. After another unnerving yell, the huge man with the hammer just stood there, staring at me. He had blood spattered all over him. Somehow, though, I got the impression he wasn't going to attack me. He reached one hand toward me, slowly and gently. Though it may have been a little too slowly, he moved like a zombie, as if I were watching a TV show in slow motion. It almost seemed like he was afraid of me, but I was just a little girl tied to a table. What could he possibly think I'd do to him?
誰かいるの？
He didn't answer. I wasn't even sure he'd heard the question. He wasn't looking at me. He was looking past me.
何があるの？殺しなさい。
His mournful yell echoed throughout the room. My arms and legs suddenly went slack. I felt like I could move them now. Slowly, I opened my eyes and confirmed that this enormous man had just smashed apart the dry knots that were holding my hands and feet in place. I knew I didn't have much time. I tried my hardest to wake up my sleeping hands and feet and shake the broken, splintered ropes from my wrists and ankles.
殺せ。
My arms and legs were still so numb that I couldn't trust myself to get out of the room safely. I had to think of something else. I had to buy some time. It seemed like the little girl was pulling the huge man's strings, and he didn't really want to hurt me, so maybe I could reason with him.
何をしている？殺せ。
He suddenly doubled over and began clawing at his throat, seemingly in a great deal of pain. Reasoning with him really wasn't going to work. He was too unstable, and if it came down to me or the little girl, I was pretty sure I wouldn't win.
逃げられるかも。
There's a bottle on the ground filled with a transparent liquid. Take it.
何が入ってるんだろう。水じゃないよね。
Acquired hydrochloric acid.
いつまでそうしているつもりだ。殺せ。
Instinctively, I threw the glass bottle at the huge man with the hammer. He flinched and stumbled backwards. His hammer was still raised, however, and smashed into one of the light bulbs on the ceiling, shattering it.
暗い。でも今なら逃げられるかも。
The feeling had begun returning to my legs, so I wasted no time. Habitually yelling, "Excuse me," as I left, I darted through the dark lab using what I remembered of its layout to avoid obstacles and reached the door.
お前、わざとか？このクズ！二度とご褒美してやらないぞ。早く追いかけろ。あの小娘何度目だ。お守りの切れ端を持っているのか。運命が
定着していない。どこか隠れられるところを探さなきゃ。
I could hear the sounds of someone else running just a short distance in front of me. I couldn't make out who it was with any certainty, but I did briefly catch a glimpse of a figure retreating into the darkness, and it looked like...
お兄ちゃん。今のはお兄ちゃんだったよね。
I took off in pursuit. If that was Big Brother, then I just had to catch up to him. He mustn't have heard me. His pace never slowed, and I saw him disappear around a corner. There isn't really much to explore up here. I'm just gonna kind of move on to story points in this playthrough. Because if you noticed by the front screen, I had played this chapter before, so I just kind of want to move on. Suddenly my field of vision started going topsy-turvy. Was I falling? It was an earthquake, but there was more than just that. The floor beneath me was moving up and down in time with the quake's left and right motion. I tried putting one hand on the floor for balance and getting back to my feet. I thought I'd done it. I was standing now, and had started getting used to the vibrations. As long as I hugged the walls, I could walk. But that all quite literally came crashing down around me soon enough. The wildly shaking floor cracked, then crumbled, and I was free falling.